Thank you, Jason. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine says the state should abolish the death penalty. Today, the governor called on lawmakers to end executions, saying he no longer believes capital punishment to be deterrent to violent crimes. DeWine helped craft the state's current death penalty laws as a state senator over 4 decades ago, sponsoring the bill to institute the practice in 1981. Today, the governor says evidence does not support the notion that the threat of execution prevents people from committing murder.
The most important way to protect the public is to lock up violent criminals and to keep them out of society, keep them locked up. That is a proven way of saving lives and protecting our citizens. Our money and our energies are much better spent focusing on keeping these repeat violent offenders out of society than focusing on the death penalty.
DeWine says long delays undercut any deterrent effect, noting the average time from sentencing to execution is 21 years. He's urging the General Assembly to repeal the death penalty and says if lawmakers won't act, the issue should go before Ohio voters.